I'll be honest, I love a good homemade macaroni and cheese just as much as my kids do. And I mean, they love a box of Kraft mac and cheese, but everyone gets especially excited when I make this homemade version. It's creamy, comforting, and the homemade cheese sauce just cannot be beat. Hi, I'm Lauren from TasteBetterFromScratch.com, where I share easy, family-friendly recipes. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new future recipes. We are whipping together some comfort food heaven today in the form of homemade macaroni and cheese. You can go ahead and start off by cooking half a pound of bite-sized noodles. I'm using traditional elbow macaroni, and just be sure to cook them just until al dente. Once the noodles are cooked, go ahead and set them aside while we whip together the super simple homemade cheese sauce. Go ahead and grab a saucepan. We start with 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna let that melt. When the butter is melted, go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour. This is what's going to thicken our sauce. Whisk that in. I like to let it cook for like 30 seconds or so just to kind of get rid of that floury taste. It'll start to have kind of a nutty aroma. Be sure to stir it constantly so this doesn't burn. I've just got it on about medium-low heat. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our seasonings, add some flavor with some salt and pepper. I think it's really smart to taste the sauce at the end, and you can always add extra salt and pepper later. Lastly, we're gonna add 1½ cups of milk and 3/4 cup of half and half. If you have heavy cream on hand, you could also just do about a heaping cup of milk and a heaping cup of heavy cream. That would work as well. I like to pour it in slowly while I'm whisking so that there's no lumps and everything gets incorporated nice and smooth. We're gonna cook this over medium heat, stirring pretty frequently for just a few minutes until we notice it just start to thicken. Once you notice the sauce start to slightly thicken, you can go ahead and add your cheese. Now, always use freshly shredded cheese. I'm using cheddar cheese because that's traditional. You can elevate this by adding Gruyere, mozzarella, any type of cheese that melts really well will work great for this dish. We're gonna add about 1 cup of freshly shredded cheese. I also always shred this cheese at the very beginning because I like to let it come to room temperature. That's a really good trick for making sure that it melts easily and smoothly into the sauce. Now we're gonna take this cheese sauce, our extra shredded cheese, and our noodles, and we're gonna layer everything into a casserole dish to bake. Okay, grab your cooked noodles. We're gonna pour them right into this pot with our warm sauce and mix everything together. I love this dish because it's extra saucy. The sauce is my favorite part. Noodles to sauce ratio is just perfect. You can grab an 8 by 8 inch pan or something in similar size. So add half of the noodles to the pan and spread them into a single layer. Grab a handful of the shredded cheese and sprinkle it on top. And then we're gonna end with this rest of the cooked mac and cheese, and we're gonna add some more cheese on top. So you cannot have enough cheese. We're ready to put this in the oven at 325 degrees for about 20 minutes, just until the cheese is bubbly and melted. Wow, look at this. Perfectly melted cheese on top. It smells amazing. This is just how my kids like it. If you want to elevate it even more, you could bake it with breadcrumbs on top. You could add some bacon in there, make it really gourmet. I love it just plain and delicious, just like this. Oh man. Look at that melted cheese gooiness. It's still nice and saucy, just like I like it. Oh, this looks amazing. There's just nothing like homemade mac and cheese. I love the layers of cheesiness in this. The noodles are cooked perfectly. The sauce is so flavorful and rich and creamy. This is just the epitome of comfort food right here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel where you can find tons of other recipes that taste better from scratch. We'll see you soon.